Nerdvengers, what is up? It's Josh. We have to talk about this brand new trailer that Falcon and the Winter Soldier just released, previewing the last 2 episodes. It's really crazy. There's some interesting stuff in the trailer. I want to break it down, speculate about what I think is coming, and then we must talk about that crazy cameo that is apparently happening in Episode 5. I know there's been a lot of talk about that. And as a reminder, as we get this trailer pulled up for you guys, we will be streaming tomorrow morning, the 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Paul from the Heavy Spoilers channel is going to be joining me. And he and I are going to be talking all about Episode 5, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Marvel spoilers, DC spoilers, just all of the spoiler stuff that is going on in our nerdy little worlds. And so now let's watch this trailer one time through together, and then I want to show you some really interesting things in here and speculate about what I think is happening.
Steve believed in you. He trusted you. Why'd you give up that shield?
I did what I thought was right. The legacy of that shield is complicated. I am Captain America.
I know what we have to do.
A word of advice, then. Stay the hell out of my way.
A lot of this we have already seen.
Shield or no shield.
That reaction.
I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. We don't want anyone else to get hurt. You don't want to do this. Yeah, we do.
Cool. Very cool. A lot of intensity to it, obviously playing up the idea. And I think what they're trying to sell you on, actually, is that Sam and Bucky are going to whoop John Walker and take the shield. And although that might be true, that's not what I think they're talking about at the end of the trailer when John Walker says to Bucky, you don't want to do this. I actually think what he's saying to Bucky is, you don't want to work with me on this. Literally. That they're all going to work together. That Sam and Bucky are actually going to work with John Walker, Captain America. Despite what happened at the end of Episode 5, they're going to work with him to at least stop the Flag Smashers from having the big crazy thing. Now, part of that comes from some leaked set footage that confirms that some scenes with Bucky and John Walker working together are yet to be seen in the show. Some of that we can see in this trailer. So let's kind of go through this and tell you guys kind of what I'm talking about. So most of this is stuff that we've seen before. This scene, though, right here, where he's in his uniform, this I don't think we've seen, by the way. I really don't know what this is. But this right here, with him, this is him being debriefed or something like that. We have not seen this thus far. And so what this indicates to me is that John is not just going to give up the shield, okay? He is Captain America, okay? So that, I think, is sort of being teased out there. And then as we move through here, I mean, we've got Sam, and this shot right here, I don't think we've seen this shot, dude, of him walking down the street. In fact, I'm sure that we haven't, because this is from I know from the leaked set photographs that this was something they shot in Atlanta that's going to be a big sort of action set piece, again, with John Walker, Bucky Barnes, and Sam Wilson working together, at least in some regards, okay? So very cool. These two, walking down the street, kind of trying to figure it out. We've seen this shot, Lamar, may he rest in peace. Again, more Lamar, the Dora Milaje, just kind of putting in the action into the trailer. Very cool. We've seen that explosion. We've seen him in Madripoor. We've seen all this. This we have not seen, again, from that same sequence that I've been talking to you about with Bucky, Sam, and John Walker working together. Damn, that looks cool. Bucky and motorcycles, always a good look. This is from the first episode. Okay, this is very interesting. We know in Episode 6, we are going back to Louisiana. This appears to be at Louisiana with his home, okay? And Sam is likely talking to either his sister or Bucky and explaining, essentially, I think what's going to happen, guys, is that they're going to explain that, yeah, like, things are crazy. We need maybe to take John Walker out, but most pertinent is stopping the Flag Smashers and their plan. And so we're probably going to have to work with this guy, fight for our country, do some stuff that might be seemingly shady, but I bled for this country, and shield or no shield, nobody gets to tell me that I don't get to fight for it. And that's really cool. I think you're going to see all of these guys as military men come to some kind of an understanding. Walker is still going to get his licks. Walker is still going to give up that shield. But I just think that people might be surprised at what happens from the point at the end of episode 5. Okay. So very interesting stuff, and possibly the start of a realization. Now, again, let me turn this off. So, here. From here, Bucky punching a flag smasher, and believe it or not, right behind him, I think John Walker is going to be breaking people out, prisoners out of a van or something like that. Again, I've seen this from leaked set footage, okay? Sam rock and rolling. Who's throwing this shield, y'all? It's John Walker. Who's he throwing it at? The flag smashers. Okay, so you see, he's not just going to give up the shield. He's going to fight the flag smashers. Okay, so this trailer is a little bit deceptive because I think they're coming in right here to talk to John and be like, we're here to help. We don't want anybody else to get hurt. We're going to work with you and sort out our problems. And John's like, you don't want to do this. Okay, and Bucky doesn't, but he's like, yes, we do, because he knows it's bigger than him. Sam convinced him. And again, I think the thing that's so cool about this is that Sam is going to end up really proving to the audience, to the MCU, that he deserves to be Captain America. He's a special man, a special human being, and a good leader, okay? So that's all for the trailer. I thought it was really hyped. I think it's a little bit misleading. I also personally feel like the show has dragged a bit, and that to call it a mid-season trailer at 4 hours in with only 2 episodes in, it feels bad, man. I don't personally like that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it. Now, let's talk about the episode 5 cameo, guys. Now, crazy stuff going on with the episode 5 cameo. The bottom line is this. I'm pretty sure everybody's blowing this thing way out of proportion. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the stuff that Spellman has been saying has been being taken out of context. Like, I know Spellman said he thinks episode 5 will make people cry, but I do not think he actually said that the cameo was the thing that was going to make people cry. It's like this weird game of telephone where people are like drawing these lines in. Like, a lot of people are saying they think Spellman said that they'd love to see this character team up with Thor, but that's not what he said. He said he'd be interested in seeing them side by side because of a juxtaposition. People are just taking this stuff completely out of context and running wild with it. And as far as like crazy characters like Black Panther, who's already been publicly debunked by a producer, or Wolverine, guys, no way. Now, it is possible that there is another big cameo, and some of the sources I have talked to suggest that there could be more than one. But let me just say that I think the episode 5 cameo that like Peter Sciretta is referring to, that Screen Rant is referring to, that a lot of these people are referring to, that Spellman is referring to, is a female character and is actually not going to be a super big deal. May well be somebody for the Thunderbolts or connected to that sort of a thing, but I don't think it's an X-Man. I don't think it's like an Inhuman. I don't think it's anything really crazy or impactful for Marvel fans. And instead, what I'm kind of hearing or putting together is that the actress herself, because I'm really leaning towards it being a female, is incredible, and that is just a big get for the MCU, and hopefully we see this person in other shows like that. So I just kind of wanted to put that here at the end of the video because I think people are blowing this way out of proportion, but ultimately a little bit of that is on Marvel as well. I mean, Spellman's been really hyping up episode 5, and that's great, but I think like there's just not, like, there needs to be more clarity when it comes to what to expect and what's going on. And it's like Marvel wants to get people super hyped, and yet they're trying to downplay hype because they're worried that people are going to be disappointed. It's a really weird thing to be, a really weird situation to be in. So frankly, like, for my part, I'm keeping expectations in the basement. It's not going to be Sue Storm. It's not going to be anybody crazy like that. It's probably just some grounded street level Thunderbolt type character. You know what I mean? Maybe Moonstone, you know what I mean? Or something like that. So I just think we need to curb expectations and not hold it against the show if the cameo is not really great. I will say, though, that for me personally, I'm looking for Falcon and the Winter Soldier to bring it home. I have been mixed on the show. Loved episode 3. Loved episode 1. Episode 2 and 4, a little shakier for me, but I'm still with the show. I'm just hoping to see that $155 million budget in the next couple of episodes because I have not seen it thus far. So that's where I am at with it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little breakdown of this trailer. I hope you enjoyed speculation and update about the cameo. And yeah, I mean, pretty much we're going to leave it there. We'll be doing a ton of content coming at you about episode 5, episode 6, the rest of the Marvel shows, all the crazy nerdy stuff that's coming out for the rest of the year. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel and the live streaming channel. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I will see you in the next video.